I've just picked up this mountain bike completely free of charge. It's a 2019 Voodoo Bantu, and one mountain bike online reviewer rated it a 9 out of 10. So I want to see what all the fuss is about. There are a few things I want to change or upgrade on this bike before I ride it for the first time, so that's what we're going to do today. Let's get into it. So the bike's already actually pretty clean. I don't think it got ridden that much in its life, but before we get into any swapping parts, I'd like to give it a proper deep clean. So I realised as I was editing this video, I never actually said where I got the bike from. Basically, someone had left it outside their house next to their skip. So they were clearly having a big clear out and they just didn't want this bike anymore, which I was quite surprised at because I thought you could probably sell that on Facebook Marketplace or eBay and get 200 quid, something like that for it. So I was really surprised to see such a nice bike outside someone's house, free to take. So I thought, let me just check. I went and knocked on their door. Just made sure it was okay to take it. They said, yeah, it probably needs a service. So I'm like, yeah, that's cool. So yeah, that's basically the origin of the Voodoo Bantu that we're seeing in the video today. So let's get back to it. We need to pump these tyres up. So I'm just going to dry the bike off now and then we're going to start making some changes. But it's looking pretty good for a 2019 bike. I really don't think it got that much use. It might have sat out in the rain for a little bit. There's a couple of rusty bolts, but other than that, pretty sick bike for £0. First things first, we should probably get some more air in these tyres because can't ride like that. So I did have a look at the rims and the tyres to see if they said anything about being tubeless ready, but I don't think they are, so we're going to have to leave it with tubes for now. I think when we do take this bike out for a ride, I'm not going to be doing anything insanely gnarly, so hopefully I won't need to be tubeless. The tubes should hold up fine, but as I'm saying this, I have noticed this little, I don't know if it's a slice in the tyre or whether it's just where the decal is stuck on and it's like peeling off. Definitely something I'm going to keep an eye on. And these tyres are Kenda Nevergal X Sport. If anyone knows if these are tubeless, let me know in the comments. I don't think they are, but yeah. And it's a 27.5 front and 27.5 rear, for anyone wondering. This pump doesn't sound very healthy, sounds like it's got asthma. Now that the tyres are pumped up, there's a couple little bits on the bike which I don't think are quite right. I'll take you through them as we go, but just a couple of things that I've noticed. Firstly, there's this like shim thing on the seat post. I don't really know what this would have been for. Like the seat post is the right size for the seat tube, so I'm just going to take this off. Maybe it was like a light adapter or something like that, but we don't need that. It just makes it look a bit cleaner without it. There's also a couple stickers that I want to remove, like this one. I'll get that off properly off camera, but yeah. Looks cleaner without that. I was toying with the idea of removing these Suntour fork decals. They're a little bit scratched up here, so I was thinking about it. It might make the bike look a bit cleaner without too much orange on it. Oh, 18-inch frame is actually a medium, so it's a little bit too small for me, but I think we should be able to make it work. Even though bells are great for safety, we're not going to need that on our mountain bike, so we're going to take that off. Also, it's really cluttering up our cockpit and we really want a nice clean cockpit on this bike, I think. I bet you can guess what I'm going to remove next. These reflectors. I'm not going to be riding this thing on the road, so it has to go, blood.
He has to go, blood. He has to go, blood.
Whoa, that already looks so much better. What the hell? So this next thing was really getting on my nerves. Let me show you. We're missing a cable tie or a clip from this cable guide here. Now, there's two here, one there and one there that don't appear to be doing anything, so I'm just going to put one of those on here and stop this cable from rattling around. Okay, so I think these are for the dropper post if you have one, but we don't have one right now, so that's better. This little bit of sticker has to go too. Also, I had no idea that SR Suntour made cranks. Well, I think it's about time we start putting some new parts on this thing, and I think I know what I want to start with, and it's these pedals. So these Wellgo pedals are just not going to work for me. They're not going to have anywhere near enough grip on the trail, so I'm going to swap them out for some different ones. And to replace them, I have these beautiful Root Design pedals. Bit bright, but they should look sick on the bike, so let's chuck them on. As you can see, they've got way longer pins on these pedals and a larger surface area as well, so where's my pedal spanner at? Haven't had to use one of those in a while. I really hope these aren't stuck on. Oh! Well, that was not on tight at all. It's not looking great in there, so let me give that a quick clean. To me, to you. Little bit of grease on there, just so nothing gets seized on. Someone always has something to say about the amount of grease I use in these videos, so I'm sure some of you will let me know that I've either used too much or too little. It's going on a bit stiff, a bit worrying, but she'll do. Just look at the difference. That versus that. Bye bye, back to the lobby. Always get so scared I'm gonna cross thread these, but haven't done it yet. Nice. Damn, those things looking good, boy. Looking clean. So I've decided to go ahead and change all the contact points on this bike where I'm going to be touching the bike. So I've done the pedals. The next thing left to do is the grips. And this one is really important because the old grips on this bike are kind of sketchy. Let me show you. So we have this sketchy grip here with no bar end. And the reason that's so dangerous is that if you have a crash and this impales you and goes into your body, you get apple cord, or that's what they used to call it back in the day, where this will just basically plunge a hole into your body and take out like a chunk of you in the shape of this hole. You don't want that, so we're definitely going to replace these because I do not want to get apple cord anytime soon. So these grips actually they don't feel too bad. The only reason I'm taking them off is because of this bar end. It's just a bit too deadly for my liking. But yeah, they actually feel okay. They're a little bit short, but... So going to be replacing those with these. They've got way more texture on them, a few different patterns to help with grip when things get wet and your hands get slippery. And yeah, they're a bit longer too if you have slightly bigger hands. I'm not sure whether to go for the black collar or the silver collar, but I'm going to put them both on and see which one looks better. So let's do that. The silver does look good, adds a little bit of bling, matches the pedals. But the black is kind of timeless. I'm not sure which one I'm going to go with. Maybe the silver, I like the bling, but let me know if I made the wrong decision in the comments. Just need to move my shifter and my brake inwards because these grips are a bit longer. And also these brake levers are very long, and if you want a one finger brake, I'm going to need to move them that way. Oh! So the saddle on the bike's looking a little bit tired. It's got some like cuts in it, I guess. So we're gonna replace it with this nice new DMR stage saddle, and it's got a couple of little orange accents on this saddle as well that should go with the rest of the orange theme on the bike. So let's chuck it on. The only thing I don't really like about these saddles is that they're so big and they get in the way a lot if you're riding downhill and you're swinging off the back of the bike. But I guess on this bike it doesn't really matter. But yeah, I wish I had a slightly smaller saddle, but I don't, so we're going to use this one. Whilst we're doing saddle stuff, I'm also going to cut down this seat post, because that's as slammed as it goes at the moment. This is actually a really nice seat post mechanism. It's just got the one bolt, and you can adjust the angle from there. I love those one bolt systems. Well, I actually think that looks way better. And the orange does actually go, it matches. Oh man, we need some grease on this thing. Whoa. I'm just maybe going to take like this much off. using my trusty pipe cutter. I probably would have liked to taken a bit more off so I can slam the saddle even lower, but I got to think I still need to have enough seat post length to be able to climb efficiently and not have my legs bent too much, especially as this is a size medium and I'm like 6 foot and half an inch, so like 184, just over 184 centimeters I think, so I can't cut too much off. You can route, I think I mentioned earlier, but you can route a dropper post in this bike. It's got internal routing for it, so maybe in the future, I mean realistically I'm probably not going to spend that much money on this bike, but yeah, it's cool that it has the option anyway. Now I'm just going to file the bottom of the seat post off just so it's not as sharp anymore, because we don't want the next owner taking this out and cutting themselves. Greased up the seat post. No diddy. Wow, that's way better. So I want to fit this bottle cage attachment. It's got a cool boa-like system where you can open and close it with this knob, and it basically fits on, and you could either put a bottle in there or you could put spares in there like an inner tube. Bearing in mind I'm running tubes on this bike, I think that's probably what I end up doing, is having a spare tube in here, but maybe also a bottle. So yeah, I'm going to fit that on. I think it would be a nice touch instead of just a normal bottle cage where you can only put like a water bottle and no spares. So yeah, you can put anything in this. It tightens pretty far, so I mean you could maybe put some fruit in there or something. This thing is sick, to be fair. Let me see if I can get a bottle in there and maybe some fruit. Yep, bottle fits, just a random water bottle. Even sun cream fits in there pretty good. And fruit. Right, this thing's goated. Even an apple. Honestly, this might be my new favourite thing about this bike. You can put anything in there. I've got my fake rear shock in there at the moment to make me forget that I'm on a hardtail. But yeah, that's just really handy. I might start putting that on all my bikes, to be honest. So I think I'm also going to roll these bars forwards a little bit, just so it makes the bike feel a little bit bigger. Obviously this is a medium and I should probably be on a size large, so I'm just going to angle them forwards a bit, and hopefully that should make the bike feel a little bit more comfortable to ride for me. So we've cleaned the bike, we've put a couple little upgrades on it, we've made sure it's running sweet. The only thing left to do is test it out on some proper mountain bike trails. So I'm going to take this thing out in the next video and see how well it rides, and hopefully get a little bit sendy on it. Let me know in the comments if there's any other upgrades you think I should do. Let me know what you think of the bike, think of the colorway. Personally, it's growing on me. I wasn't a fan of the orange. It was too in your face when I first saw it, but I'm liking it now. So yeah, let me know what you think. As always, thanks for watching. Almost at 100k subs now on the channel, so thank you so much to everyone that's subscribed. If you are watching this and you're not subscribed, please consider it because it helps me out a load. And yeah, I'll catch you in the next video where we send this bad boy. See you.